Hi, welcome to Inside Casting on the Virtual Channel Network. I'm Erica Silverman. So I did a lot of theater growing up, and I always loved it, but I couldn't audition. I was just so self-conscious. So I knew that I didn't want to be an actor, but I wanted to do something that was closely related. So I assumed casting was closely related, but I just didn't know quite. I really didn't know what was quite involved with casting. So I started interning right when I was 18 years old, and I was interning with a talent agency in New York. And they sat me down one day and they asked me if I wanted to be an agent. I was like, oh, no, I don't think so. And so they were like, okay, well, what are you interested in? And I told them casting. So they hooked me up with one of their friends who was a commercial casting director in New York. And I just went there for one day, one casting session. It was 2 hours long. I sat in the lobby and I signed people in, and I took Polaroids and I answered phones, and I just sat there with the actors. And it just like stirred some creative, passionate juice in me, and I just knew I wanted to do it when seeing the whole process and seeing who got the job at the end of the day was so exciting. Being around the actors and their energy was fun, and I was hooked immediately. So that was probably the first thing that piqued my interest. And then after that, it was just kind of a snowball effect of really great experiences in casting and learning from these other amazing casting directors who told me their stories and their experiences, and getting to learn and work with them and letting them, sort of soaking up their creative juices as well. So that's kind of how I got into it. I came out to California for school. I went to USC, and I was the first of my family to ever come west, because we're from the Midwest, but the rest of our family's on the East Coast. So it was kind of assumed I would go to the East Coast. And then when I kind of flipped it on them and told them I wanted to come out to LA, it was a bit of a shock and kind of a hard pill to swallow. But my whole family's been so supportive ever since I first came out here. And I got out here for school when I was 18, and I started in the film school at SC. And I just stayed every single summer, and I interned, and I, just kind of came here and was like, I'm ready to do this, and stayed out here ever since. When I was probably about 20 years old, I interned with Mally Finn. And this is when David Rappaport was still with her, and, it was a long time ago now. But I was with them for about 9 months. And Mally was really great in the sense that with all of her interns, she would sit them down individually at one point during their internship and ask them how their career was going. And all of the other interns, except for myself, were actors. So, they really got a lot of good stuff out of it. So when she sat me down for my time with her, she said, so, okay, you want to be an actor? And I was like, oh, no, actually, I want to be in casting. And she was like, really? And she pulled out a stack of books that was like this big, and she gave me all of this different advice and everything else. So she really kind of set me on a path, if you will. And she just kind of sparked the fire under my butt in a way, and just got me into it and really excited, and just not just looking at it as a job or an office job, but really as a craft, and how to study that craft and how to make yourself better at that craft. So that was probably the first time that I really had that kind of big push of, yes, this is exciting. Reading these books is exciting, and doing these student films for no money is awesome. And that was really the first time that I really got into it.